Hi, I'm Tanya, and this is God Gathering. Today, I want to talk about miracles happening in our lives when miracles just seem impossible. It's what I call a but God moment. But God, there is nothing that can be done in the human sense. You've done it all. You've prayed it all. You've walked through it all, and it is a but God moment. Only the grace of God and the move of God can shift the circumstances. Sometimes those circumstances shift in unbelievably amazing and great ways. And sometimes the circumstances don't shift like we thought they would. And yet, it's still a but God moment. It's a moment where God has to step in. And regardless of how he steps in, he has our good in mind. Of course, a great example of this is Joseph. Joseph has a dream, thinks all of these amazing things are going to happen to him, and then he is sold into slavery. And he's not only sold into slavery into Egypt, he then goes through this whole process of life, and he ends up a prisoner, and he's, got favor in the prison, but he's still a prisoner, and he has to work through all of his issues, and it takes a long time. And then there's a but God moment, a moment where he is taken from the prison and raised up in great authority. Now, that in itself is a great story, but that wasn't the end. He had to come around and face some of his greatest fears and some of his greatest pain that had to do with his family. And he would not have been able to do that except for God. In that but God moment where God stepped in and allowed the destiny of a nation to change because Joseph walked through that process with God. And he held on for his but God moment. Even though the circumstances seemed difficult, seemed like they were going in the wrong direction, Joseph famously says, what the enemy intended for evil, God intended for good. Or what you intended for evil, speaking to his brothers, God intended for good. What is it in your life that seems impossible? What is it that seems like there is no way good could come out of it? This is a but God moment. And I am believing with you that God is the God of the impossible, and he is able to move on your behalf. Be blessed and hold on.